please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
On a standalone basis, Abhishek, the profit has come in at 1,124 crore. You were expecting 1,163 crore. Yes. So compared to that, it's 1,124 by way of the standalone net profit. The gross NPAs have come in at 2.22%. while the net NPAs have come in at 0.98%. So gross NPAs lower by 9 basis points on a quarter-on-quarter basis, 2.22 versus 2.31. Net NPAs at 0.98 versus 1.09. So on a standalone basis, the profit is just about 40 crore less than our expectations. You would say that's an inline performance with an improvement in the gross NPAs and the net NPAs on a sequential basis. Awaiting the NII figure, our expectation was that it will be a growth of close to about 17%, which could be one of the best NII growths that we've seen in the last few quarters.
On an absolute basis, gross NPAs have
NII,
gone up.
The NII has come in at 2580 crores. So we were working with a number of close to 2528 crores, which was a growth of 17%, but the NII has come in at 19.4% growth on a YoY basis. So there is an uptick in the revenue. Let's just check as to what the other numbers will tell us.
Okay, you had some details?
Actually, on an absolute basis, the gross NPA I think has gone up a tad. Because I think last quarter what they had done was about 3,700 crores. So this time it's at 3825. Though as a percentage of book, it has definitely shown an improvement. It is coming in at 2.22%. Even the net NPA has now come in below that 1% mark. So that bodes well. And of course, the profit number is ahead of what our own expectations were, which was about 1,000 odd crores. So coming in at 1,100 crores, it looks good. We have some reactions lined up. Sri Shankar of Prabhudas.
Okay, just before that, let me just give the net interest margin for Q4 is 4.35%. So 4.35% for Q4, and the advances growth, Abhishek, has come in at 25%.
I'll just run through the balance sheet numbers. As Sumera was pointing out, in absolute basis, there is a slight uptake, that is 3% on a sequential basis, growth in gross NPA, which has moved up to 3,825 comparing to 3,715 crore. Coming on to the business growth, the deposits have grown fairly on the higher side at 22.4% YoY, while advances have grown by 24.7% YoY and about 6.7% on a sequential basis. So this is the highest loan growth that Kotak Mahindra Bank must have reported in, let's say, last 6 to 8 quarters.
Okay, we've got our Sri Shankar of Prabhudas Leeladhar joining us on the phone line. The stock is higher by nearly about 2%. Sri Shankar, your thoughts on the numbers? What stands out for you?
I haven't seen the results yet, but if you can patch me in with the results. I've not yet seen the results.
Okay, we'll just read out some of the key highlights for you. Net interest income has come in at 2580 crores. The net profit has come in at about 1124 crores. Gross NPA, the absolute number, is at 3825, which is slightly higher. Net NPA at 1665 crores. As a percentage of the book, gross NPA has come in at 2.22%, which is an improvement. And the net NPA also at 0.98%. Loan growth, I think, is at a multi-quarter high of about 25%, with NIMs at 4.35%. These initial numbers, Sri Shankar, looking good to you?
Definitely, NIA is definitely looking good, and I don't have the PPOP numbers, pre-provisioning operating profits, and that is what
I'll tell you the operating profit is at 2,018 crores. So that is a growth of about 18.6% on a YoY basis, while about 10.9% on a sequential basis.
Yeah, 2018. That's more or less in line. That's right. Okay, and the net profit numbers are. Yeah, I mean, I think our net profit estimate is slightly more than that. Otherwise, it seems a good set of numbers, for sure.
Okay, Krishnan, ASV of SBI Cap Securities, is also on the line with us. Krishnan, have you gone through the numbers in detail? How are they looking to you?
No, I haven't been able to go through in detail, but as I said, we don't generally expect too many surprises from Kotak Mahindra Bank, right? I think the bigger thing, as you would notice, would be asset quality. And on that, I think things have only improved. I think that GNP of 2.2%, mean, it only seems to indicate, significant improvement sequentially as well. I mean, our monitorable is more around whether Kotak Mahindra Bank is ready for greater growth, and I think at 25% they seem to be signaling as much. So, yeah.
Okay, the stock is moving up now. It's a gain of about 1.7%, positively reacting to the numbers. Abhishek, you want to come in with more details?
There's one key number which is called the SMA2 account, loans which are due above 60 days but below 90 days for banks. So that book has actually dropped very sharply, to 72 crores from 308 crore in the previous quarter. So that's a downtick of about 76.6% on a sequential basis, and that book forms now just 0.04% of the book as against 0.19% in the previous quarter.
Yes, the entire bad loan book for Kotak Mahindra Bank was anyway on the smaller side compared to most of its peers. But yes, improvement, a significant improvement seen in their SMA2 book, which has come down from 308 crore in Q3 to 72 crore. Sri Shankar, you've had some more time to look at the numbers. Anything more that you'd like to call out, and what would you do with the stock now?
It's anyway part of strong numbers which has been coming out with. I don't think any surprises are there. Only thing is that now you need to look at the valuation. It is going to a very premium valuation. Can this be sustained over a period of time? That's the only call that one needs to take.
Krishnan, what about you? At least on all the basic parameters, it looks like Kotak Mahindra Bank is ticking the boxes. But on valuations, it's already more than 4 times FY19 price to book. Will that cap the upside?
Yeah, possibly it will. I mean, I think the best is probably priced in. It remains one of the best banks in the country, very well managed, very well led. But there's a price for everything, and I think this is probably already priced in. Yeah. So we have a sell recommendation on the stock.
Owing to valuation concerns?
Largely, yes.
Okay. Just to highlight what led to the 15 basis point improvement in the net interest margin, while you look at the fact that loan growth is very high on 25%, that is a multi-quarter high, look at the low-cost deposit share. Now, the low-cost deposit share at 46.7% in the previous quarter has now moved to 50.8%. So, you look at the absolute value, the low-cost deposits have moved up by 41.2% YoY and about 15.9%. What this low-cost deposit does is, there are two breakups of it. One is current account and one is saving account. So current account 0% interest rate, while on saving account the average rate on the cost of saving deposit is far lower than what you have to pay in the term deposit. So the higher the inflow in the low cost deposit means that your cost of funds actually starts to decline or remain constant in a rising interest rate scenario. Therefore, you are seeing an uptick of 15 basis point, largely being driven by the inflow into low cost deposits.
Okay, so Kotak Mahindra Bank's plan to, offer 6% savings rate when the peers were offering 4% has worked for them in improving their CASA rate, right?
Yes, and they have been opening their branches also. They have been setting up branches. This flow is pretty strong at 16% sequentially. You don't generally see that kind of a flow in Q4 wherein people actually do their tax planning and other places wherein they park the money. This inflow is really strong.
Okay, Lalitab Srivastav of Sher Khan also now joins us with his first take. Lalitab, you've gone through the numbers. How do they look, and how do they stack up against your own expectations?
Yeah, so largely in line with what we are expecting. I would rather say slightly on the positive side, but largely online. I think Kotak Bank has not disappointed.
Okay, some of our, some of your peers had a concern about the valuation, saying that could perhaps cap the upside. How comfortable are you with the valuations of Kotak Mahindra Bank, given the strong growth? Loan growth at 25% is the best that we've seen in the last few quarters.
Exactly. See, at this point of time, there is a big opportunity available for a lot of these private sector banks which are unencumbered with corporate loans and other issues that are plaguing a lot of other peers in the market. So there is an opportunity first. Second, a very strong retail book traction that all of these are witnessing, and that is another positive that I see. In the longer term, I see a very strong value coming in from the subsidiaries as well, which are not, very, very meaningful as of now, but they are gaining in size. So on a long-term basis, I think this stock and this idea continues to be a positive thing for us.
All right, Krishnan, Sri Shankar, Lalita, thanks very much for joining in with your quick take. So that's the basic word coming in on Kotak Mahindra Bank. There's certainly a lot to cheer about, and also keep your eye out on the market, because the market had come off a tad bit. But I think from the lows, it looks to be stabilizing, if anything, building a tad bit. But keep your eye on Reliance. It's now the biggest drag on the Nifty. It's taking away close to about 30-odd points, and it's taking the might of the HDFC twins, etc., to actually keep the index together.